So welcome to another episode of Indisputable Evidence. We back again, back whole again. I'm your co-host, Anthony Beck. Scary Terry, along with my other co-hosts.
It's Jerry Brown back in the building.
The ghost of playoff past.
Damn.
It's your boy, Darnell.
Spread around.
We're back.
The Miami Heat Black Magic is in full fucking effect. Hey, shout out to my man Pat Riley, dog. Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Oh, Pat
And
Riley. We love Pat Riley.
And shout out to the Charlotte Hornets for doing business with us. Appreciate y'all for that.
Actually, I would like to change my name today because in light of what happened over the last 24 hours, my new name is officially Adrian Griffin's Indeed account.
Whoa, that is too soon.
Too soon, man. Oof.
That man going straight to the Rockets, though. Problematic man with Ime Udoka. They go straight to the Rockets.
And I will say though, at least for a coach who his winning record is at least solid. You know, that's solid. It's better than Steve Nash's. That's to say for sure.
But I do think he should get another shot somewhere down the line. But I do hope they give him the opportunity. I really do. Did it work out here? No, but I do hope he does get a shot somewhere.
Yeah.
And right now, I got the Knicks and the Nets on TNT. It's getting good.
You and me both, brother.
Getting very, very good right now. That's crazy. In the NBA, we got the Battle of New York going on right now. Right afterwards, we're going to have the Battle of LA.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
It's crazy. Y'all got that game on. I got the Blazers versus Thunder right now.
Oh, that's some young talent right there.
That is crazy crate digging right there.
Whoa.
Listen. The Thunder are down to the Blazers.
Are you
So
serious?
not that much. Yeah.
What's
By
going
how
on?
much?
Like by 6 points. It ain't crazy.
Okay, not too bad.
It's just like, Shea Gilgeous having a high turnover game tonight. But
One of those nights.
Yeah, you're not shooting well either. But that's the type. These are the type of games you got to be
Julius
watching.
Randle is being stupid. Julius Randle is being stupid.
What else is new? It's Julius Randle, brother.
Like, what
Oh
do you
yeah,
expect?
it's NBA Rivals Week, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, gee, you didn't have to reach that, bro.
Oh, wait, no, that was OG. But, yeah, we had a big weekend. A lot of stuff that happened over the last 48 hours, really, in sports. Saturday and Sunday, this whole weekend, divisional football, great football, well, with the exception of one game. But I'm not going to hold it against the Houston Texans. They're young. They're just not there yet. They're not ready yet. But they will be here for years to come. They just ran into a buzzsaw. That buzzsaw being Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. But and speaking of that, I got the matchup I wanted for the AFC Championship. I got the matchup I wanted. We got the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, this is going to be a good one. And then on the NFC side, shout out to the Detroit Lions, man. Shout out to the city of Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit.
I'm happy for the city. They are enjoying playoff success. I just feel sorry for them that it's going to come to a crashing halt. I'm going ahead and making that prediction now. It will come to a crashing halt this Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers, who, by the way, that was a good game, too. The 49ers and the Packers. That was a great game.
Green Bay.
Hey, man, it's matchup. We got PCP versus Dirty Water. Let's go.
That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. Why are you like this?
Why, man?
This is just, bro. 3 out of these 4 teams are just like tough cities. Like, I love this.
They're just black. Let's get it. Hey man, I need that Baltimore Detroit Super Bowl. I really do, man. I do.
Baltimore versus Detroit, bro.
I need Babyface Ray, VZ, all them boys in the building. I need all them damn white buffs in the stands. I need all of that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, bro, we gonna end up getting Baltimore versus San Francisco.
Probably.
I
Like we all thought we would a month ago.
I will say this though. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Whoever wins the AFC Championship is winning the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I think so too.
I'm not sure about that.
It's not gonna matter who they play.
I just don't trust the 49ers. Not quite.
Really?
You don't
I
trust
don't.
Brock Purdy is what you don't trust.
I don't.
I don't trust Purdy. I don't trust Purdy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's where I was going.
Because, bro, if we're being real, the Packers lost that game. They simply just lost that game.
See, I don't like doing the whole who won and who lost deal when it comes to games that can flip either way. But my God, Green Bay melted the hell down during the last stretch.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Jordan Love was on point. Throws start going behind. The defense dropped about 2 or 3 interceptions. They couldn't score in the red zone early on in the game. That was where I was like, okay, that might come back to haunt you.
Because, see, we're getting into it now. We recapping these games now. That's where I was going, Marcus. That's where Green Bay lost this game early. You sustain long drives, your first couple of drives, and all you get is 2 field goals out of it. See, when you do that against a team like San Francisco, you let them hang around and hang around and hang around. Eventually, it comes back to bite you. It does every single time. And it did this time for Green Bay. I mean, they played well pretty much the entire game defensively. But that combined with the interception in the third quarter by Dre Greenlaw, the tip pass.
Oh, my gosh.
And then on top of that, Anders Carlson.
Every time you go out there, I just pray.
That is a crazy quote, dude. That's an insane quote. But it was true. Like, statistically, he was the worst kicker in football. He was like 4-9 from under 50 at one point.
They had Austin Harden out there.
Oh no.
Why?
Think about all you had to do was just make that kick. And say San Francisco still scores a touchdown, right? It's a tie game. You're going to overtime. It changes your thought process completely if you're Green Bay.
Yep. But you miss the kick. They get the opportunity to go down and not only take the lead, but a lot of people forgot with the way Green Bay was moving the ball, that San Francisco defense is still really good.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Love had to be a young quarterback at the wrong time.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say Jordan Love on that play turned into Minnesota Vikings Brett Favre.
Oh, no.
I mean, completely.
He completely across his body. Throwing an interception across his body.
It's like, bro, you got 34 seconds or whatnot. You got 2 timeouts, I believe. Just try to get down there to get the field goal. You didn't have to do that. Just run it, get your little 2 yards, or just toss it out of bounds. That's all you had to do.
I love that.
He's right. He might be right. King of the North, you might be right. Because Brandon Aubrey, he's going to be a Pro Bowler, but
should be.
So, hey, man, these soccer players, and on top of that, he came from the USFL as well.
Yeah, so he had experience actually kicking the ball and everything like that. So the thing is, it's a little difficult to be like, okay, just pluck some random midfielder that's not all that great in terms of a place kicker in the NFL or in football in general, because you'll know how strong of a leg the kid has. You'll know how well his velocity is and distance and all that. So it's all about plug him in, try to develop him, see if you can get him acclimated to kicking a ball, see if you can get him acclimated to kicking in bad conditions, see if they have the leg strength, see if you got the ability to kick the ball out for touchbacks. And then, you can do something. But, there's not too many superstar high school kickers coming out of high school anymore.
Yeah, it's facts.
So do whatever you can. Like, people go to Australia and get punished all the time.
Yep.
I don't see why not. Yeah,
that's the way.
I feel like that's the key idea right there, man. Hey, soccer players got top 10 endurance. Top 10 endurance. So that's definitely the way.
I feel like this is going to be like a controversial take, man. But I feel like if there were punters and kickers out there, right? Like that ran like 4.5s, 4.4s, they could kick and throw. Like that would just revolutionize the game, bro. Like It just would.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, we'll get to that.
We gonna get to that, but
We'll get to that. But Mikey, we will get to that, my brother.
let's just say it's to the 10. Then what?
Hey, man, I got so many jokes to make about that play that might get.
Yo, did you see that video where they said the trick play that they should have ran?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
I got so many thoughts about that play that some of them might get us banned from YouTube, but I'm gonna just let them fly regardless. We'll see how it goes. But back to the game. Like Green Bay, they played great. They'll be here. They were in the dirt in the middle of the season. There was a young team. Like almost over 60% of their production offense came from rookies and second year guys. A lot of those guys stepped up after the bye week by Thanksgiving against Detroit, and that's when their season started to take off. And they played really well. They won a playoff game on the road, and they hung tough against the best team in the NFC. In a game they probably should have won if a couple things just went their way. But good effort by them. Tough great win by San Francisco. Did it without Deebo Samuel, who, like we said about San Francisco all season, their offense, when one guy goes down, whether it be Deebo, whether it be Trent Williams, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Especially with Deebo, because Deebo is just instant offense. He's an easy, quick 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah.
Just get him on the pattern or just toss the ball to him. He's getting you 5-6 yards every time. Well, so without him, you have to work a little bit harder. So Chris Conley even made a play late in that game.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what?
Chris,
And then you realize Chris McCaffrey's your best player. Give him the damn ball, get out the way. And what happened? They started going down the field. So props to Kyle Shanahan. Your first win when trailing in the fourth quarter as a head coach.
That's
And it's a
insane.
playoff game.
he's now 1-30.
Oh man. Those some Doc Rivers numbers right there.
Hey man.
Man, yeah.
We
Looking
will
at
fix the Jazz, Larry.
looking at
That's my
that,
dad in the background, by the way.
Yo,
how you doing, man?
the man.
He says fix the Jazz, and we will get on that eventually.
Oh, you know what? We missed a week, man. We really didn't discuss the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh.
That reminds me.
Past that week, we got conference champions.
Can we all acknowledge that Cam Newton was right?
Cam Newton was right about everybody.
Cancun.
We are acknowledging everything that's going on with the NBA heating up. Coaches getting fired out the blue.
Hey man, all I'm gonna say about that though is, man, we went to Cancun early before the playoffs started, so we kept the women warm, we kept the water warm, the food's good. We tested it out for y'all. It's wonderful. I hope y'all had a good trip.
Hey, man.
We passed by y'all in the airport. We get some things fixed. It's time for y'all to enjoy your vacation, lick y'all wounds, and see what's happening.
See, we didn't have to go to Cancun, man. We just went down the road, went down the street, Biscayne, just hang out, get a few biscuits here and there, man. Put them boys on ice.
Jerry, y'all were in Siberia. Y'all were not nowhere. Y'all were nowhere.
No,
Listen, man. They just had to take a little winter wonderland, little winter wonderland trip, and they came back,
That's right, man.
something like.
Y'all went to Kansas City to get the ribs, and it was frozen.
bro, I saw 5 penguins run across the field.
Waddle was, bro, that is so funny. Waddle wasn't Waddle. He wasn't Waddle. He was actually a penguin out there. It was a tough game, bro. It was a tough game.
We have moved on from those games to the next week.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Baltimore. We gotta talk about Baltimore, man.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Man.
let's get in there. But before we do, I just want to say, San Francisco, if you play like that again this week, this time you might actually lose because Detroit not playing around right now.
Hey man, I got to shout out to Detroit real quick, man. All those games were very nip and tuck, but they showed a lot of resolve, especially when they had the chances to ice the game.
Mm-hmm.
They did it. They had an opportunity to throw the ball and get those first downs. They were aggressive. They were balls to the wall, and they went for them. Came up nails every single time. Shout out Jared Goff. Shout out Dan Campbell. Shout out the defense. The secondary is not the greatest in the world, but when they have to make plays in the front seven and when they have to make plays in the red zone, especially against the Rams, they did it. So,
CJ.
Hey, shout out CJ always. My boy.
Hey.
Big Gator. Gator for life, you know what it is. But, yeah, like, their offensive line is very rugged. Frank Ragnow getting hurt late in the Tampa Bay game and coming back.
Oh,
No freaking way he should have.
Alex Anzalone, Gator Boy.
And he's healthy.
That's what he literally said in his promo. Alex Anzalone, Gator Boy. So,
There we go.
if there are any Notre Dame fans watching this right now, we apologize for absolutely nothing.
Nothing whatsoever. None. Nothing. Nada. Zilch.
We know y'all are still pissed off that he didn't enroll at Notre Dame. He went right to Gainesville, Florida.
Dog, that was
Probably the funniest recruitments I've ever seen.
It was hilarious.
I will say though, man, we talked about it before the season started. We talked about the Eagles losing CGJ, how big that would be. And for him to end up in Detroit and make these plays, bro, I mean, it's just, you can't make it up. Dude is a winner. Like, no matter how bad of a game he's having, and he's having a pretty good game, but no matter what he does and messes up on, the guy recovers and he gets the team, together. I mean, it's just,
there's a certain level of toughness he gives that secondary. Like, it's not the greatest in the world. They will give up big plays, and they did quite often in both those games.
Yep.
But when they had to come through and when they had to buckle down and make a stop, they did.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, and I forgot to mention the one last name on this team that was coming through and making plays for him all season, especially in the playoffs. Here's a man that our man Gerald here, he saw the vision on quite earlier than a lot of college football recruiters at these big schools. He's the one that put them on, matter of fact.
Bro, I'm telling you. Jahmyr Gibbs. Dan Mullen, please kick rocks. Like, take the shoes off. Kick rocks several times.
He tried, Jerry. He legit tried.
The definition of trying is what? Calling him and say, hey, you want to come to Florida? And say, nigga, too late.
He legit.
Yeah, that man is a hooper, bro.
Everybody tried. Florida did. Georgia, Bama, Texas. Everybody tried. That man was loyal to Georgia Tech.
That was hilarious.
Because it was too little, too damn late.
They gave him a shot first. They recruited. They were like his first offer, and he stayed loyal to him. I respect him for that. I wasn't even mad that he stuck with him. I wasn't even mad about that. I'm like, I get it. They gave you a chance before anybody else did. So, like, he had to put on for them at least for 2 years. Then everybody knew how good he was. Now, transfer portal exists. Bama come calling. How you gonna blame him for going to Bama?
I knew that man was great when he decided to be loyal to Georgia Tech in recruitment. CJ get 9 to come back, bro. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, he won't get a job next year, but breaking news. Doc Rivers has accepted the Milwaukee Bucks head coaching job.
All right, can we Can we talk how scummy that whole thing has been?
Look behind you, Jared.
That is so scummy.
This is
nasty
work, man.
For the people who don't know, that whole year, Adrian Griffin was getting advice from Doc Rivers as a consultant, and he was legit a consultant for the Milwaukee Bucks. And you telling me they fired him and hired his teacher?
Hey, man.
And on top of that, after they fired Adrian Griffin, this is what's crazy. They named an interim coach. He wasn't even the interim coach for 7 hours.
Not even 7 hours, bro. He was literally they basically went to babysit him, take him for ice cream for a little bit, and then brought it back home to dad, who gave him up for adoption and doctored on the papers. You know how nasty this whole process is?
I'm gonna tell you
something. And then another level. This is the last thing. You remember they fired Coach Bud, a championship coach within their own system, because they said the lack of adjustments. And they went after Doc Rivers?
Because, like, one, they made a mistake by hiring Adrian Rivers. Then they compound the mistake by firing him for his mentor, Glenn Rivers, of all people. And here's the kicker that you didn't even get into. Giannis didn't want him to go get Nick Nurse.
It was right there in your lap.
So you go get his assistant, who's never been a head coach before, who had to go all of a sudden coach Dame and Giannis is a team that has expectations.
Milwaukee ain't beating these allegations, boy.
What are we doing? Fuck! What are we doing?
This is nasty work, man.
This is organizational malpractice.
Hey, Shaq.
By the way, Giannis is on the same level as LeBron in terms of divas.
Hell, at least
Like,
LeBron
in
hires
terms-
good coaches for the most part.
Don't you dare say Tyronn Lue wasn't.
Mike Brown and
not Tyronn Lue, but Darvin Ham,
I actually like Darvin Ham.
Mr. Everybody was praising.
I don't know if LeBron had anything to do with that one.
See, I
He
love
was
Darvin Ham.
the one.
No, because think about the way he be looking at Darvin Ham right now. Like the fact that he called a timeout to put himself out the game and then he gave that side eye look like a no. I don't know about that one.
He was the one who was advocating for him in the offseason.
Yeah, he did.
See,
He
the thing
said
about
that's
Darvin
my
Ham,
coach.
I like Darvin Ham quite a bit as the hire, and the Lakers they're not a particularly good team, but they are serious when they actually lock in and they play hard. For the most part, they're just not a good roster. But I do like Darvin Ham. His timeout stuff is kind of stupid, but that's another story.
Bro,
But
that's
the Adrian Griffin stuff. Do I think he's a particularly great head coach for this roster and when he's the right hire? No, I don't think so.
Nah.
But do I think he should probably get another chance somewhere where there's not all this pressure and all these expectations, especially the first go around? Sure. But I do think Doc's a good coach also. Yes.
Yeah, Doc's a good coach. I think
But he is the wrong hire for this team and for this moment at this time. Like the completely wrong hire.
In 2020, I'm gonna be honest, in 2023, 2024, or whatever considered the modern era, Doc Rivers is not a good coach.
All right, so what is
He
it, coach?
straight up.
We talking top 9, top 8?
Like 15.
To me, right? There's only like yes, there's only 10. Yeah, they literally There's only 10 good coaches in the NBA. Everybody else is like average. And really, when you even go off of that, realistically, there's only 5. There's only like 5 guys you can say, all right, he's on my team and he's an actual difference maker and he's an actual guy who can lead us to a championship roster. I think most coaches aren't like that.
Yeah,
So
and at the time it's like Spo, I guess Lou somewhere. Who else?
Spo, Taulu. I mean, would you say Popovich?
In 2024?
Yeah. Nick Nurse is. I think he's in that realm. He's in that realm. He's kooky, but he's in that realm. Yeah.
And like, he ran out of gas in Toronto, but like the roster just wasn't good enough after the first 2 years. But he's somewhere in there.
After that, that's it. I think everybody else is just an average coach.
I will say
Like,
Kerr in 2024. You can't put him there anymore.
Who's
You
Steve
can't
Kerr?
tell me the difference between Quinn Snyder and Taylor Jenkins is like that high.
it's not.
I think it's not. It's not. It's just opportunity. That's it.
This
And like
is-
there's other coaches like 10, 11, like Chris Finch
and
from an offensive standpoint.
our guy Austin, noted Bucks fan.
Backies. Hey man, you got Georgia winning natties, bro. You gotta sacrifice somewhere.
Georgia
Yo,
back.
somebody please tag this man, bro. Oh my
Please.
god.
The only mindset that I can see for justifying this is that Doc Rivers is a good regular season coach. He's gonna give you regular season wins, right?
Yeah, I think he gets personalities to mesh.
The thing with the regular season stuff, they had that with Bud.
I mean, it's just like
It's
obviously down there from
see
Bud.
why, because like defensively they were kind of a mess at points, and there was a lot of like spats back in the back with Griffin and Terry Stotts early in the season. Terry Stotts is up and said, "Screw this, I'm out of here." Over it, and the way that Griffin wanted to play defense was more pressure and a lot more man-to-man oriented. and play pressure at the point of attack, especially at guard, which just wasn't going to work with the roster they have now. Because obviously
They
you lose
had
Holloway.
nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So ironically, the best defense they were going to play with the personnel they had was a little bit more drop, which is what they were doing already. And they basically went to him at one point and said, "Hey man, let's play one more drop. Let's do this." And then he did, and they got a little bit, and they got better at it. And so it was just a mismatch of what he wanted to do versus what they were actually built for, plus the team that he thought he was getting, and then all of a sudden, boom, no more Drew.
Plus
So
his ego.
Would
Yeah,
y'all assume that Doc Rivers will make, because Doc Rivers' best coaching jobs are with guards that can actually defend? Do you think he makes some type of move? Because he needs either wings that can defend or guards that can defend on the perimeter. Period.
Alex Caruso, do you like Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
No,
I
know about that.
my guy Mike.
We'll go south.
My guy Mike. I think Kenny Atkinson is literally waiting to take that Steve Kerr job when he eventually moves up to the front office.
Yeah,
I think he's literally waiting for that.
because plus he has a lot more responsibilities now, especially with what happened.
Going to the Washington Commanders. So
Yeah, that dude. Oh, Jerry, you got to hear this, Jerry. Let's pull up the stats for defensive efficiency and all that stuff, and defensive ratings. Their defensive ratings aren't that great. It went from like 1-3 to like 16th and whatnot. But I'll talk to Darnell with this. Guess what their defensive rating is when Dame's off the floor and it's just Giannis and Brook Lopez? Guess what it is?
I know it's be substantially higher.
124.
Jesus.
124 defensive rating with no Dame on the floor. And Dame isn't the greatest defender in the world. Like, we all know this by now. But my God, you replace him with Malik Beasley, it goes downhill. So they got to figure something out. Like,
we're looking for individual player.
I think a player that they're going to be looking at, and a lot of teams are going to be looking at, they're going to be looking, obviously, Alex Caruso and Malcolm Brogdon. Those are like the highlight name. But somebody who's like on a lower end, it's going to be the long right from the Washington Wizards.
I hate that.
I think that's because so many teams right now, if you haven't been paying attention to the cap situation, where they can't get certain players off of a buyout. That's why Kyle Lowry, his only team that he's most likely to go to is like the 76ers. But realistically, you go look up everybody's contracts and everything. His contract matches up exactly for what some teams would want for that point of attack.
So it's like they just don't have the personnel to play how Griffin wanted. Plus, they're just because I had this concern before the season even started. They're an older team, and they're small, especially on the wings and the backcourt.
Yeah,
and that's what killed. Because Dame, you downsize from Drew to Dame. You have all NBA.
You gotta go by teams. You gotta look up by teams.
Yeah. Because the net rating fell out of the cliff, and like they fired Bud because their offense also regressed badly in that season. Because they were always like number like 3, 4, number 1 sometimes. And then the offense felt like 16th. Plus the defense being what it was in the playoffs, because we all know how it gets. You have to play it for a 7-game series, and you see drop nonstop, and you give up open corner threes. They just didn't have an identity right now. It was just not the great. It was not a good fit for Griffin. Wasn't a good fit for the Bucks. But my God, Doc, what are they gonna do?
Glenn,
I think this is a masterclass of a sound example of, even if you want to make your star player happy, you should not let them regulate every single decision for you. Because if you have a proven championship coach who was willing to come into your organization and he said no because he wanted to please your star player in that instance, and he wanted to go with a young guy who basically had nothing backing up with him, and the first instance of trouble, he literally fired his right-handed man
Who, mind
and
you, coach,
yeah,
the guy you traded
Terry
for.
Stocks.
Yeah.
Terry Stocks. So it
Oh, I thought Terry
was a
Stotts.
bad idea.
Well,
I thought
Stocks quit.
yeah.
Stocks quit, but he might as well have been fired.
I mean, he was basically yelling at him like at the first instance that he thought that like he was gonna like try to take his job. He yelled at him in front of everybody. And Terry Stotts was like, "What the fuck? I didn't need this disrespect."
Yeah, it's up and left. I would have too.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work for the Bucks. I just don't. What are they gonna do?
I mean, what can they do?
That's the
Let me
thing.
ask you guys, what is the expectation for the Milwaukee Bucks?
Conference finals at the worst.
At least get to the conference finals.
That's what it was going in. That's what it was doubly when they got Dame. But I just don't see how that's gonna happen. Well, let me stop. So they'll be the 2 seed probably by the time the playoffs roll around. They'll
Correct.
probably win the first round series. Second round, it'll obviously get tougher, and we'll see how that goes. A series with someone like, say, Philly, that's just going to be a firefight. And it depends on which Joel Embiid is there and if Nick Nurse coaches circles around Doc, which, let's be honest, he will. But to get past that, you get Boston. And I just don't think they have the firepower personnel for personnel.
Also, if y'all get a chance, watch the KG certified All the Smoke. Watch this episode with Doc Rivers and see what he says about him coaching. What he coached
God.
in.
Oh, God.
Just go back and watch it.
I remember you said some weird shit about James Harden.
Yeah, he said something about James Harden. He said something about having the right team. It has to be like the perfect team with a championship, I guess, aspirations and everything. And so, but he said he was happy doing what he's doing. But apparently, Doc Rivers is gonna ring chase. If there's anything on this, he's gonna ring chase.
He saw that flash in the light in the distance, like he was damn Great Gatsby. Saw the green light at the end of the dock, pun fully intended, and went right to Milwaukee. But this is not the perfect team. It's got 2 perfect players.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the perfect team.
Yo, Marcus be dropping gems, look.
Hey man, I'll try.
Oh man.
I
That
don't know.
was perfect though. That was perfect. For a dysfunctional team that went out to get a dysfunctional coach. Sounds about right.
This is what happens when Jimmy Haslam takes over your ownership.
Well, I look at it like this. This is what's weird about it for me. Because I get the defensive aspect of it, but the problem is you traded away your best perimeter defender. So even if you hire Doc Rivers because of his defensive prowess as a coach, it's not going to matter because you have a guy in Damian Lillard who, although is an all-time great, can't defend air.
I mean, that's the cost of doing business. It is what it is.
So, I mean,
And Doc's going to have to get him to buy into defending. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to be great. Just
he ain't been in the league for
get
11,
effort.
12 years. He ain't played defense since he got in the league. You think he's going to do it now?
He's gonna ask Dame to run around them screens, chasing them shooters.
Brother, get in the drop coverage and call it a day, buddy. Because he is not defending anybody at the point of attack.
Why,
So
Marcus? Will match up with us and we can cook them again?
I was about to say,
That's
bro.
the only choice they got. That's the only thing they're good at defensively with this roster.
I mean, we won 4 games and won for a reason.
Yeah, because you had the best shooting performance of your life. And they gave it to you. So
I
take it.
I was driving K, man, with the
Hey, man. We were talking about something completely unrelated to the sport of basketball, and it dropped on us. So what how you feel, man?
I can already see this season omitted from the future Giannis 30 for 30.
That's going to be a Last Dance documentary where he controls the entire narrative. I'll call it right now. iPads and everything.
Hey, but we did have a trade go down today. The Miami Heat got Terry Rozier.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this.
Lord, it's gone.
This check. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Got rid of BBL for Scary Terry.
Oh my god. Why would you say it like that?
Well, I mean, we got rid of for Scary Terry.
Of all ways to say, you have to say BBL.
Look, look.
What is happening?
To say goodbye. Kyle Lowry, I'm gonna miss you, man. I know a lot of Heat fans gonna say, oh, he was ass. He
Literally.
was Mr. BBW on the court, just running around doing cardio. But I remember in the first season he was with us, he absolutely carried this team along with Tyler Hero and PJ Tucker when Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo were missing 25 games, and we still ended up being the first seed.
Yeah.
That's the Kyle Lowry I remember from my
Somebody help
team.
AB, bro. AB.
That's the one I remember from my team.
What is going on, bro?
That's the one I remember from my team. Yeah.
Oh, my stomach hurt right now.
My stomach is in my fucking chest right now.
Oh, my stomach hurt. I can't breathe.
Hey, bro.
Hey, brother.
Hey, man, look.
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
man, AB. Whatever you do, please regain your breath because you're gonna laugh even harder when we get to what happened yesterday. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna power through this subject, and we're gonna get to Kobe Day yesterday.
Oh.
You're right. But before we do it, before we get back into basketball, real quick, let's make these AFC and NFC championship picks.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Got you.
So we're gonna start with the AFC championship game since that's gonna be the first game on. Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Who y'all got?
Ravens, Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle. Oh,
Got Roquan.
CTE ball linebacker.
that's your MVP.
He's classic CTE linebacker.
Nah, besides, remember that CTE tweet I made like a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Patrick Queen quote tweeted it. He's all pro this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah. This fits them though, man. They are, and you got Javion Clowney playing. He's gonna be terrorizing.
Best football of his life. Justin BK in the middle is gonna have a big game. It's Kansas City found something which I've been screaming about them to do for the last month and a half. Embrace who your personnel is and run the damn football.
Yeah, you got to run Pacheco.
You have a great interior O-line. You have Isaiah Pacheco who runs like he's angry all the damn time. Mahomes, get Tommy Ross to guys like Rashee Rice and give him a route tree that's down the field. Basically, give him Sammy Watkins' route tree from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I pretty much said this while talking to my dad. It was so controversial. You know what Isaiah Pacheco runs like? He runs like he's running from the police.
Oh,
That's insane. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I mean, look at how he runs.
Man.
Just look at how he runs.
He runs like the dude from the Bone Thugs and Harmony music video from I Tried.
It's not like he's on like a 4-4 out there. He's just stomping, bro. He's stomping on the ground.
I think a knee's gonna explode one day, and you're gonna see why.
I swear, he's ready for an earthquake to happen every time you start running.
It's crazy.
Like he runs the dudes that be narrating every time they run. He's
so
crazy.
All I'm saying,
Satan.
The state of California is lucky the Super Bowl ain't there, because if it was with him and they got there, he was running. Oh, that fault line right there.
But see, just that style is not going to work against the Ravens defense.
I won't know about work, but it's going to be how they win the game. And Mahomes, if he just makes time, he throws and things like that. Plus, Kansas City's defense is very, very good. One of the best third down defense.
That's my thing. Kansas City's defense against Baltimore.
Oh my God.
The Jerry Sneed should have been an All-Pro. I'm just going to say it.
Like this man had Stephon Diggs in hell.
Had him in hell. They bracketed him. All that stuff. They did what they had to do on him. Plus,
He did get off one play.
he had one play great. Yeah. Plus, with Baltimore's offensive line, it's good, but their tackles are kind of a weak spot outside of Ronnie Stanley. Like if y'all notice, they rotate their tackles like often.
I haven't noticed.
They do.
Yeah, they do. And Ronnie Stanley's still coming off. Is still trying to get back from.
Which I like for one reason. You keep them fresh.
Yeah, but you don't want to do it with offensive tackles, though, right? I've never really seen anybody do that.
Yeah, it's
you
interesting.
see at the guard position, and I get it because you're fighting with more violence at the guard position, but the tackles you don't normally see that.
Yeah, Todd Monken like he at Georgia, bro.
Besides, you want your best guy out there at tackle. You want Ronnie Stanley out there as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I do think that Baltimore edges them. I don't think it's gonna be like a high scoring game, honestly.
I say 24-20.
Yeah.
Because both defenses are just absolutely fantastic. They have guys that fly around to the football. Chris Jones is a difference maker of all difference makers. Nick Bolton is one of my favorite linebackers to watch in football, and their secondary for Kansas City is awesome. Baltimore, they got – what more can you say about our defense? What more can you say about Mike McDonald's defensive coordinator? Like, the pressure package they come up with and the speed and violence in which they play the game, it's really cool shit to watch. Kyle Hamilton is a chess piece. Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen are great. Justin BK is having a tremendous season. He's going to get paid a lot of money.
Hey, Darby stepped up.
Yeah, Darby too. And I hope Marlon Humphrey hopefully comes back this week.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews is likely going to play this week. So that's another addition to the Ravens offense with Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers, Odell.
That's crazy. You lose all pro
shout out to him.
Andrews, and then all of a sudden you find out you got another all pro tight end, Isaiah Likely.
Likely is definitely an all pro. I mean, that guy. Oof.
I am concerned about how they're going to run the football outside of Lamar, though.
Yeah.
You know,
but how we trusting the Chiefs offense?
I do and I don't. I trust Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that's very controversial, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I actually trust the Ravens running the ball outside of Lamar Jackson. I actually do. Because Gus Edwards and Justice Hill, ever since J.K. Dobbins went down, they bring, especially Justice Hill here, they bring a different element to that offense.
Yeah, they're going to miss Keith Mitchell badly.
Did you see the one run he had against Houston where when he hit the hole, you just saw a different kind of speed?
Yeah, those guys, they hit the holes pretty hard.
Gus Edwards is very much the goal line merchant of all goal line merchants this year.
Hey, man, look, Gus Edwards in the goal line, if you doing any prop bets, bet anytime touchdown for Gus Edwards, especially when they get to the goal line.
My thing is outside like the 20s, you miss someone like Keith Mitchell. Because his explosiveness was just on another level than what Justin Hill was providing. Like Justin Hill's running okay now; he's running pretty decently, but Keith Mitchell was different, and the knee injury. Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why I actually trust them because that injury has not hurt them. It really hasn't.
You know, I think one of the more underrated parts of this game is the wide receiving group for Baltimore. Like they've been stepping up in a big way this year, man.
Almost like you give Lamar Jackson good receivers, and they look good.
Right. Wow. And Aguilar's playing good ball. Odell's playing
reliable.
Zay Flowers, Odell. I mean, you got Likely who's a tremendous weapon. You can put him all over the place. So, I mean, I really think, they're a complete team. They finally got a complete team around Lamar.
This is the best shot they've ever had winning a Super Bowl in the Lamar era. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
And Zay Flowers, all rookie.
Yep.
Been the best player on that, best receiver on that team. Odell Beckham Jr.'s played well, but here's my X factor: Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, throws playing.
Or stepped up big time.
He's playing good ball.
He continues playing the way he's playing. Man, they become even harder to stop.
And then you got the greatest kicker of all time.
That helps because he's gonna be money every time he go out there.
You know that.
Unlike Buffalo. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Hey man.
them demons came back on the roost in Buffalo.
Yeah, boy.
Bro, I feel so bad for Buffalo. They're never gonna beat the Chiefs.
I don't.
Y'all know, obviously, for obvious reasons.
I don't.
Don't for obvious
I'm
reasons.
staying on business with that.
Standing on business, bro.
This is pure hatred. I love it. I love hatred.
And I don't know if y'all agree with me about Buffalo when I say this, but I'm gonna say
Uh-oh.
their championship window is officially closed.
I don't know
Ooh.
about that.
It's yes, it has. Yes, it has. Let me tell you why. That monster being built in Baltimore, that young team in Houston that's only gonna get better,
Are you
and
sure?
they just lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, who's gonna remind everybody they ain't going nowhere for years to come either.
See, I think I'll still put them above Houston for like a year or two, because again, you don't know what the hell is gonna happen a year from now. Just ask the Jaguars. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. But
You want me to throw in another team when they get fully? The Cincinnati Bengals with Joe
Pause,
Burrow.
man. What about Miami, bro? No love for Miami, dog.
actually, the Bengals, I'm actually not that sure about actually, because they had a lot of problems this year. Their defense regressed badly. They're probably losing T. Higgins. They lost their coordinator. Probably losing a couple other guys on the defense too.
By the way, speaking of which, how did he get a head coach's job? Well, then again,
They won. They had a winning record with Jay Browning at quarterback.
yeah, but he called none of the plays.
I think y'all tend to overrate what calling plays and who didn't call the plays, because you still have to put the offense together. Ultimately,
Zach Taylor.
Speaking of putting the
what do
offense,
you think he does? The coordinator just doesn't just hand out donuts if he's not
There-
calling the plays.
Fine.
It doesn't mean he's not calling the donuts. He's not doing anything. Like, let's be serious about this for a second.
He's paying attention like the players.
All right, Abby. Anyway, my only thing is my only actual concern about them is that they're old.
okay.
Bengals?
Salary cap. No. Buffalo.
Oh, you see, that's the other thing there is because if they trade or cut Stephon Diggs, it's going to cost them over $31 million.
Yeah, and that Von Miller contract
Jesus.
was crazy.
Yeah, that Von Miller is also holding them back too.
Why did they give him the long-term contract at that age?
What's the name?
They saw.
Yep, that's true.
But after the knee injury, it was done.
Yeah, they saw Von Miller was like, "Yep, let's give him the money."
And the worst part is, offensively, they figured some things out. What they were missing from the last couple of playoff runs, and that running the football is important. Breaking news. But God, it was just a game where like they just did not get the bounces they needed. Because sometimes in the playoffs, you just need shit to happen, and it just did.
Yeah.
Top of that, they just can't beat the Chiefs. But here's another thing.
Some things you just can't be what it matters.
And I'm glad we're talking about this. It's time, y'all.
No, it's not. Stop it.
It is
Time for what?
that conversation.
About who?
About Josh Allen. I know where he's going.
He just can't get it done in the postseason.
Wait a minute. You're saying this as a
I know
Dak
you're not talking.
fan.
I know at least he's been past the second round. Damn.
I'm saying this for one reason. Because everybody treats him like he's the all-world quarterback.
Because he is. What the fuck? What are we doing?
At the end of the
What
day,
are we talking about? Yes.
That's what they're doing. And hey, every single time the moment get up there for him.
he's losing to Pat Mahomes, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's like take a fucking
Exactly,
number.
bro.
Who's the Patrick
Exactly,
Mahomes?
man.
I'm not done yet.
Exactly.
Hold on, I'm not
It's
done
not
yet.
like this nigga losing to.
No, but see, I'm not done yet. See, let me finish. I will say in this case, granted, it wasn't his fault because he did get them in field goal range to tie the game and possibly send to overtime.
And people like in one of the throws, he just got unlucky because the guy just hit him when he threw it.
Yep, that was gonna be a touchdown for sure.
And Stephon Diggs did drop that one long pass. I mean, you got
This game, in this case, it was just a case of it is what it is.
But see, the kicker did miss that kick. Now, for everybody that's threatening the kickers, I'm pretty sure y'all did.
It was a big ass. It was like 17-mile-per-hour wind. It is what it is.
The wind flat out took that one. Like
It wasn't really. It wasn't really the kicker's fault. It's unfortunate.
I mean, that wind in Buffalo is for real because I mean that weather. First of all, the weather in general in Buffalo. That is exactly why I would never want to live in Buffalo, New York.
No.
You're basically in Siberia at that point.
There's a lot of reason not to live in Buffalo anyway.
That's fact.
We
You gonna
leave it at-
be living next to West Side Gun in them?
we gonna leave it at that.
Bro, that weather is wild in Buffalo. Like last week, it was snow and ice. They literally had to shovel snow off the seats for people to sit down. And then this week, the wind's blowing at 150 miles an hour, just taking the football whenever somebody's kicking the ball, just taking the football with it. Like that is 2 weeks of crazy weather.
Like you had to get a game moved in the playoffs because the weather was so stupid.
Because nobody can see.
Yeah,
Like,
the whole
visibility is so bad, nobody can really literally tell you to stay in the house.
yeah, but you could even travel into the city.
You couldn't DoorDash nothing. You had to basically survive on what you had in your refrigerator. And if you had the
and that's if your power wasn't shut off because of how cold it was.
yeah,
Boys are gonna be eating kernels out. Ooh.
like imagine the power being off. You have really hard nothing in there, but spam.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
God.
And that's spam froze too.
Ugh.
Hey, I will say this: cooked spam is good.
You country ass Negro.
Hey man, bacon flavored cooked spam.
Yo, somebody help this Negro out, man. Get this man some
got that.
tuna or something.
Wait, are we serious right now? Considering a certain somebody over here eats raccoon?
Bro.
Must you?
Raccoon's good, bro. I'm not. You didn't hear me say anything.
I know Jerry didn't say that. You out here throwing shots. What we
You throwing
doing?
strings over here. That's crazy.
Hell,
Hey, I'm sending shots back at him.
Shout out to the Coons.
But yeah, I got Baltimore winning. I got the Saints score 24-20. I just don't think this is going to be a high score game. Both defenses are really good, but I think Lamar makes one more play than Patrick Mahomes.
sounds like crazy. What sounds like an insane sentence to say when talking about Patrick Mahomes, but Lamar Jackson's one of those guys that, yeah, you can do it, and I believe in him. And I also wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs just said, "Screw this, we're going to go back to the Super Bowl anyway," because in our worst roster in the Mahomes era. Well, not worst roster. That's the bad way to put it. The worst offense.
Worst receiving.
Yeah. Worst receiving core.
The
Even
weird
though
thing
Rasheed Rice is,
he's good. He's good.
I will say this. I think they found the number one in Rasheed Rice. Now you just have to draft a receiver to complement him.
I wouldn't even say number one. You found Sammy Watkins is what you found.
I would say he's a little bit better than
They have Sammy. He's just running Sammy Watkins' route tree. Like literally, he's running the route tree verbatim.
well. He's playing really well though.
But he's playing awesome football. And they gave him routes past the damn 5-yard line for once. McCall Hartman don't ever touch the football again.
It's over, McCall Hardman. It's over.
bro, this nigga Russ is hilarious.
But no, I'll take Baltimore, but I wouldn't be shocked at any outcome. So let's go to the NFC. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I love Detroit. I love how they built this roster. I'm a big fan of Jared Goff and how they got him back on track.
It's over.
That being said, San Francisco will win this game.
Yeah, it's over. San
It's
Francisco.
not all it's going to be a blowout or anything like that, but San Francisco will win this game.
I think they pull away in the
No faith in David Montgomery, bro.
Oh,
I had no faith in Detroit's secondary.
That's the thing, yeah.
give me San Francisco. I'm going to say 38-24. I think they
31.
pull.
I said 31-20.
I think they pull away in the fourth quarter.
Same.
But if Debo plays, if Debo Samuel doesn't play,
Then yeah, it changes a little bit of backfield.
wins, but that game could be very, very spooky for them.
Yeah, because if they manage to get pressure everywhere else, because the thing about San Francisco that scares me, their offensive lineman not named Trent Williams, it's kind of bad.
Which is why I said I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters who wins the AFC. They're beating San Francisco.
Well, I won't say it matters. Now, if it's Baltimore, yes. Kansas City, I think they could beat them.
I think Kansas City beats them for one reason. You just said it. Outside of Trent Williams, offensive line ain't that great. Who the hell blocking Chris Jones?
Put Trent Williams everywhere he goes. Fuck it.
We're gonna have Trent Williams playing center.
Hey man,
Whatever you got to do.
Who's
I'm
can.
going to
What are y'all gonna do if it is San Francisco versus the Chiefs?
I'm gonna throw up.
Chiefs?
I'm going to be sick,
Go
bro.
Chiefs.
I have to go for the Chiefs.
I unfortunately will have to do it because I'm not trying to see Brock Purdy win the Super Bowl. Sadly,
I hate San
No,
Francisco.
I don't need that. I don't need that agenda pushed. So
I don't
I
need it.
hate-
I don't need him in the Super Bowl.
That agenda
Period.
is weird. That agenda is weird, man.
bro,
Very
people were
weird.
trying to say this man was better than like Lamar. I'm like,
Bro, you see the one from like the athletic and stuff. They're like, y'all said he couldn't do it. Y'all said he couldn't do that. Christian McCaffrey did, you idiots.
Yup.
Purdy sucked most of that game.
By the way,
Bro, niggas talking about his last drive, like, oh, this is me.
but
like literally, I'm like, what?
y'all,
You're
speaking of that, did y'all happen to see Ryan Clark talk about this whole thing about Brock Purdy?
No, I didn't hear it.
He said the hardest thing I had to do was basically attempt to put Brock Purdy in the same category as the Lamar Jacksons, the Patrick Mahomes. Then he's like, he ain't them. Look at the roster he has around him. Of course, quarterbacks are gonna look good.
Yep.
Now, granted, Lamar Jackson's probably like the top 3 roster himself, but he's also a difference maker, and he makes them go. He makes them better, even better than what they can be, and maximizes all of it. That being said, this is a very young crop of quarterbacks in the Final Four. None of them is over the age of 20, 29.
That's nuts.
Wait, Patrick Mahomes is 29?
I think it's like 28, 29.
He's a young guy.
We're in a golden age, man.
But also don't forget Lamar Jackson has a Pro Bowl quarterback behind him as well.
Negro.
Wait, what?
Don't talk about no damn Stu Huntley. Come on now.
Pro Bowler.
Why was he a Pro Bowler?
Kyle
That
Bowl.
Huh?
There's nothing wrong with being a cough man.
That was hilarious last year.
Bro, this is the same franchise that won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer playing quarterback. You know who the other quarterback he was going against for the Giants was that year? Kerry Collins.
Jeez.
Like Kerry Collins?
Good
No!
lord.
Kerry Collins was solid back in that day, you know? He did his thing.
What?
Give him to the Super Bowl.
That defense got them to a Super Bowl.
They beat the Vikings like 41-6 in the championship game, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't have to do much because he had Tiki Barber there too.
Hey man, he did his thing. He did his thing. Okay, respect him.
Yeah, and lost 34.
They won 41-0 in the championship game. Actually, let me pull this.
Lose 34-7. Ray Lewis.
Take a number.
Bro, we don't have to do this, man. We really don't.
Matter of fact, who won it? Did Trent Dilfer win MVP that game, or was it Ray Lewis?
It was Ray Lewis.
No,
I hope it was.
For some reason, I thought, wait a minute, did they get his MVP to Trent Dilfer?
It was Ray Lewis.
But yeah, looking at San Francisco, I think they won.
Yeah, Kerry Collins did his thing in that game. Let me pull the stat sheet up for that. In the NFC Championship, Kerry Collins, my boy, was 28 of 39, 381 yards and 5 touchdowns, buddy.
Ooh.
He hooped.
Yeah.
He cooked.
Hold on, that's
Sauteed.
That's so cold.
Glazed. He sliced. He diced.
And
He
how
broiled.
good was that year? How good was that defense? Because the offense with Randy Moss on the field, yeah, of course they putting up points.
Yeah.
He put up 5 touchdowns. Who cares?
That's facts, man. That's hard,
His
bro.
best receiver was Ike Hilliard.
Hey, respect Ike Hilliard.
He ain't Randy Moss, is he?
Who played in the NFL for like 13 years?
It's Ike Hilliard, buddy. Good
And
player. Played for a long time. He in the pro. He ain't Randy Moss, buddy.
That's
And
facts, bro.
wait, who is he a wide receivers coach for? I swear he went to the NFL. I want to say I thought he was with the Steelers.
Hey, I will say he outplayed Randy Moss that game though.
Who was the quarterback for Minnesota that year?
Culpepper.
Good.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Culpepper had a disaster class. He was 13 on 28, 78 yards and 3 interceptions.
hey, I told you that.
That's definitely a class, if I can say one.
That's why Minnesota.
The top receiver for Minnesota there was Chris Carter for 3 catches for 24 yards.
Jeez.
I kill your stat line. I hear your stat line.
Shout out to
10 catches, 155 yards, 2 tutties.
Respect former Gator, I kill you.
That day, I'll give him all his flowers. I'll give him a hug.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a Gator, buddy. And you cooked that day.
Hey, man, you actually had a decent career. Not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, respect Kerry Collins, damn it.
Where's Chris Carter now, by the way?
Wasn't he? He used to commentate. I don't know where he is now.
Yeah, he used to. And then they took him off there. He's on ESPN now?
He used to be on ESPN. I don't know what he's doing now. Oh, wait, wasn't he on FS1 Fox?
He was, but then
for a second,
Nick Wright has like that show now.
Oh God, yeah.
Left that show, and yeah, Nick Wright's on that. And by the way, Nick Wright was cooking too.
Nick Wright did that because he likes slurping up Patrick Mahomes, bro. You know damn well.
Nick Wright was top 10, bro. But I respected Chris Carter for his NFL commentary.
Hey man,
sure.
And now you got Randy Moss on ESPN. Respect him. You know what he's doing. But then talking about the NFL, yeah, we got to get back into basketball, y'all. Marcus, there was a certain type of hoops that before we get to the scary trade, but there's a type of hoops that I think you and I have been clamoring for to come back. And it finally did last night in the masterclass game that Karl Anthony Towns had. By the way, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns for 62 points.
Wait, hold on. Before you go there, make sure to remind the audience of the anniversary of last night.
Last night, the
Kobe
anniversary. It's Kobe Day. Kobe night, baby. 81 points.
And
everybody in the league played like it was Kobe night.
Yeah, because on that night, you had Karl Anthony Towns drop 62, but you had Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid drop 70.
Setente.
Dare I say the best scorer in the NBA?
Right now, Joel Embiid is the best scorer in the NBA.
MVP.
Hey, dread it.
No, Joel
Embiid take all the jokes about the second round.
It would be very fun. It would be very funny though. I will say, if he misses like 9 games and he gets disqualified from MVP consideration, it would be extremely funny.
I'm sorry. At that point, they would have to make an exception to the rule.
I mean, if that was the case, Anthony Edwards, man.
Nah.
Nope.
Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA Jokic or somebody like that.
Video that KG and Paul Pierce video, their picks for right now for MVP. I think Paul Pierce, he said for him right now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Kevin Garnett said for him is Anthony Edwards.
Because KG's about who got that dog in them, like that real dog.
I love Anthony Edwards though. Let's not get this. I love him.
Bro.
But yeah, back to what you were saying, Eddie. Back to the monologue.
Yeah, yeah. What was that? I think we need a video for this though, Marcus. I need you to remind the people of the type of hoops we've been clamoring for back that finally came back in that Minnesota Timberwolves game.
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull my chair up real quick for this. This is real important news, ladies and gentlemen. It's real important news. Let me get that video to remind the audience, our esteemed panel. Let me pull that thing up, pull that ting up.
Here we go, people. We can't hear it.
Oh, turn it up.
Yeah, we can turn this up.
Actually, matter of fact, let me pull this off real quick.
All right, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
CTE basketball is on full display.
Fools, baby.
My thing is, bro, like Karl Anthony Towns, bro. You got 62 points, and then you try to bulldoze. You're going full Jaylen Brown and power forward.
Like, bro, he was bulldozed. Like the minute he got 60, right? The minute he got there, he was just jogging down the court after possession. Oh well. Calls for the ball when he's not open, or calls for the ball top of the key. Little jazz step, left to right. Then drives down the middle of the floor where help is waiting for him on either side of him. Tries to put a shot up. Either he hits the top of the damn backboard, it gets rejected, or rims out or something, or he gets a shot, he gets the ball into the corner and just puts a 3 up. And then on defense, he just lackadaisically jaws back and gives up points. To the point, it got so bad, he got benched. You got a 62-point game, 62 points, brother, and you get benched. Chris Finn saw that and said, "Get that thing off the road." Thing off the road.
How you get benched in a 62-point game? Like how?
You letting Brandon Miller go up and down the court on you. Midi, Coke butter cheese, bing, top of the key threes, all that. And you just lackadaisically, give me the ball. Clear out. Bad shot. Dribble into a double team. Jack up a 3 in the corner.
Hey, this is what Chris French had to say at the end of the game. It was an absolute disgusting performance of defense and immature basketball all the way through the game. This is what happens when you have this type of approach.
Downhill.
Look at this. Like, what are we doing? What are you doing? God. Come on, bro.
Oh, what?
Offensive foul, kick his leg out and everything.
We're gonna loop that. We're gonna loop. It's on loop.
Hey, Jerry, can you go to buckets.com? You can actually pull up all the
Buckets.com.
field goals. Yeah, all the field goals of the last guy game. You can just put Karl Anthony Towns and then put.
And by the way, y'all, while doing that, we have an update on the Doc Rivers situation. A league source tells CBS Sports that there is no agreement in place between the Milwaukee Bucks and any potential job candidate. Says an earlier report on a deal with Doc Rivers is not true.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
It's hilarious.
Dysfunctional. Dysfunction just increases. This is why if you're going to fire and hire a coach, you're going to do it within house rather than out in the open like this mid-season.
Like, everything about it is just so shambolic. Like, how do you even get to this conclusion? How do we get here if in Milwaukee? Like, literally just go out and hire a nurse and not his damn young assistant who, now granted, I believe he has the ability to be a head coach in this league. I do believe he deserves another chance somewhere. But it just wasn't like this.
Buckets.com.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you know exactly the name of it.
Okay.
Okay, so bucket list
Okay.
.fans.
Bucket list .fans. Oh shoot,
bro! I could not stand watching Cat do what he was doing last night. That was shameless stat padding.
Yeah, you can put
No,
Karl
granted,
Anthony.
he it's like he
And
did get
then-
fouled at the end, but still.
You can place the Hornets, and then we can keep the highlights. Or if you want to see
bro.
the highlights, you can when you got the video up, you can remove highlights only.
Oh shoot.
We getting the mother load, ain't we?
And by the way, Greg Popovich, you was dead ass wrong for that. Putting Wemby on the team. He was dead wrong. He was dead
Hey,
wrong.
Wemby did his team. He tried.
Wemby has to learn. He has to learn.
Yeah, he had to learn like that though, man. Come on now.
Went to the NBA, young buck. He
No,
got his though. He got his.
That was mean, man.
Embiid had 24 points in the first quarter.
And it was right then, right there, where Pop knew he messed up putting Wemby on him.
Who else you gonna put on him? Zach Collins?
But the might as well shoot. Hey, he cooked everybody. And I do mean everybody.
When we get
I mean, it was really a masterclass for the first three quarters for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, bro, he was cooking. Yeah.
the jumper was working, his aggressiveness going to the paint was on point. Like he was looking legitimately good out there, and then the Karl Anthony Towns experience is, he looks good. Then all of a sudden, we need to really close shit out. It just falls apart. Let's look at that. Playing off in the offense. Set a screen, get top of the key, 3 in rhythm.
Yeah.
Paint.
Yeah. Dude,
You're in rhythm, you're hot, put it up.
I think that last
me get off
encapsulates like what Karl Anthony Towns is as a player. Absolute phenomenal offensive player. But when it comes to other aspects of the game, you really are desiring more. I mean, you can see why he was a number 1 pick for a reason.
And considering who was number 1, number 2, he should have been. Like, I had a problem with that, but still. His basketball IQ at times, especially down the stretch of games, just fucking shambolic. And then the defense.
Yeah, the game. He was crazy. He was crazy.
Bro, this man was sniping, dog. What?
But I will say it did kind of get to the point where everybody on the team just kind of stood around and just watched him try to shoot something. And when he didn't have it, it just fell apart. And the minute they put him on the bench, and Anthony Edwards got the ball, and they put it through him.
Ooh.
Nice high-low.
Get off of me.
And then it went downhill.
You guys think Karl Anthony Towns is an all-star this year?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a catch an all-star.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely an all-star.
We're gonna
they gotta put 2 people in there.
next week we're gonna review this, man. Everybody gotta come up with a ballot.
Oh man.
Yes.
Best time of the year.
I love all-star weekend. I'm a very big fan of all-star voting.
Where is it this year? Indiana?
Yeah, in Indianapolis.
Oh God.
Hey, y'all see that they built that basketball court in the airport?
Bro, there's gonna be some CTE hoops going on in the airport, man.
Bro, imagine you go on a damn on a 4-game run and you gotta sprint through baggage claim. Smelling all musty. You gotta go through TSA. You gotta go through TSA. You put your arms up. You clean everybody out.
No, see, this is what happened. You trying to get the baggage claim. You trying to get through TSA. You trying to get just through the airport. All of a sudden, you done been picked to play in a 5-on-5 game in the airport.
Hey, bro, not gonna cap.
That's a random check. You gotta beat the TSA people.
Bro, you know how many people finna be missing their flights trying to get involved in these games?
Hey, bro, they got to keep Ben Simmons off that court because he ain't getting past security with them bricks. They gonna be calling them bombs.
Like, bro.
Don't call the TSA agents on his ass.
Hey, hold on, Jerry. You said Ben Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben Simmons too busy trying to be a fashion model to be doing things like
Hey, man, he can put that shit on the court.
Hey,
look at Karen, bro. Oh my
Ben
God.
Simmons just released his highlight tape. He's coming back again.
Coming back to what? Coming back to what?
To do what?
What is he doing? He gonna be at Met Gala this year?
Hey, they're saying he's coming back. That's it. He's coming back. I don't know when or how, but he's coming back.
Coming soon?
Yeah, he coming back to Met Gala.
His agent talked about he's the point guard that they missed.
Man, his agent needs to shut up.
Hey, man, when you go to Indy, you gotta go to the airport. You gotta look for that random check. We going one-on-one with the TSA agents. You going one-on-one with the air marshal. You going one-on-one with everybody that work in the airport, bro. One-on-one with the baggage people. And that's your random check.
Come on, Jerry. Why you picking that game? Bro?
Bing. 27 days, 27 nights.
Hold on, because Darnell asked this earlier. Did y'all hear what the Minnesota coach said after the game?
What'd he say?
He basically said it was the worst display of immature basketball that he's ever seen. The defensive effort was basically pathetic. It was bad. And then Karl Anthony Towns was like, hey, he told us the same thing in the locker room. So whatever he said to y'all that day, he said the same thing to us.
You're right, too. It was
Hey,
immature. It was selfish. They just stood around watching them.
By the way,
Like,
we're
you kinda-
showing Scary Terry against Minnesota last night.
I love the Timberwolves. I do. I really like where they're going. I really like this team. They just have this element of just 10 minutes of stupidity that will cost them games.
Yes.
You can't do that in May.
It's been a thing for a while.
We saw it happen 2 years ago when they played Memphis.
I
We saw it last year in the playing game against the Lakers.
I have a very important question for you guys right
Okay.
now.
Yep.
Okay.
So I was listening to a podcast and they were telling, and this idea popped up. What is the difference between, not the difference, but who do you trust more? Oklahoma City, who has basically no experience in the playoffs, or Minnesota, who has had so far 2 years of playoff experience?
Whoa.
See,
as controversial as this is going to be, I'm going OKC.
I don't think it's that controversial because I love Minnesota from a talent standpoint, and I think they're better. They have the size and versatility. They have all the things that you would love in a championship contender. They just don't play very, very much poised basketball at the worst possible times. It's like you blew the playing game last year against the Lakers. You blew that series against Memphis 2 years ago, especially that one game where you had a 25-plus point lead and you blew it somehow. I don't know, man. I do like this team, but I'm scared. I'm scared.
I'm going to go with Minnesota.
I'm going to be honest. Right now, Minnesota's the number one seed in the West, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're not the best team in the Western Conference right now.
Who do you believe is
You think Denver?
I got two teams better than them right now.
It's still Denver.
Yeah, I think Denver's still the best.
Make that 3 teams then.
I think
okay?
Clippers a lot too.
Terry Rozier, what are you
But
doing?
finish that point on Minnesota though, because I feel like this is an important basketball philosophy.
It's not going to solve all their problems, but I feel like Jeff Green in Minnesota could be a really bad presence help. Yeah, I mean,
You know what?
you saw how important Jeff Green was in Denver. Now, Denver was already good, but I mean, Jeff Green was that veteran presence that righted the ship, kept everybody together. But he also had some good games for them too. So you know what?
That's it.
He wouldn't be a bad pickup for Minnesota. He also, low key, would be a really good pickup for Oklahoma City too.
So it's like they have the size and the versatility, they have the defensive perimeter ability, and Rudy Gobert is a great fit. It's just I'm worried about Cat. That's my only worry.
Time out, Marcus. That's the other thing. Minnesota has somehow figured out the Twin Towers.
Yeah, because all of a sudden you realize, don't surround Gobert with a bunch of traffic cones on the perimeter, and he'll be fine.
They don't mind passing it, but good.
It's like you
Jerry.
give guys like Jaden McDaniels. Damn, Jerry. It's like you give them guys like Jaden McDaniels on the outside, who's 6'7", 6'8", can shoot, can lock up on the outside. Anthony Edwards, when he gets his mind to it, he's also down there too. Nas Reed off the bench, offers a lot of versatility. Mike Conley's still good, still tough. Darnell's favorite point guard. Cat when he's not being an idiot.
This is his last year,
only
by the
worry.
way, guys. This is his last year in Minnesota.
If it
Mike
don't work
Conley.
now, it ain't ever working.
They're going
See that?
they're going to find his replacement.
I can see that.
I can definitely see them choosing Gobert and going from there. I can.
So you think Mike Conley and Karl Anthony Towns are gone?
Mike Conley, if Mike Conley returns, he will be a backup point guard, basically. I believe that
Yeah.
eventually they will trade for either a point guard or decide to go Anthony Edwards as a primary point guard.
The problem
But I
with
think
that,
they'll work very hard. And if Mike Conley returns, he will return off the bench.
see, the
I
problem
don't
with
think he would mind having that role.
but see, now the problem with that is Anthony Edwards is not a point guard.
Amen.
See that, and that's the thing. That's the thing. So, I mean, I get it could possibly work because I mean he's just that lethal of a scorer, but as a pure playmaking point guard, it's never really been that great at that. The plays are usually set up for him.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
just the next
long-term
evolution.
long-term.
He has to make either that step forward. Because at the end of the day, right, you look at the market. They could trade for a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, right? But you remember, this team is in luxury tax hell.
Yep.
Like they're like you know how like everybody keeps on talking about like the second apron team and everything like that. Minnesota's that team. Like they're gonna be one of the first teams that are gonna be naturally fucked. Just because of the new implications for the whole laws and shit. But besides Malcolm Brogdon, other guys are like what? Tyus Jones? Are they gonna take a shot at
Chase
D'Angelo?
McLaughlin.
Like
Yeah, because I do expect Tyus Jones to be moved at the deadline.
not a lot of options for them. So that's why I say if they're gonna do something like that, he will most likely take that opportunity.
The Los Angeles Lakers are getting blitzed right now.
That's not surprising.
Shout out to James Harden.
James Harden is turning back the clock. Right now,
Okay.
the Clippers 77-63.
Okay, speaking of the Clippers, how far can they go? Because I personally,
they can get to the
over
finals.
last month, I like them a lot.
They can
I think they can go to the championship.
Yeah, they can get to the finals. See,
Yep.
I said there were 3 teams I think better than Minnesota. They're one of them. Oklahoma City's one of them. Denver's the other one.
Yep.
I like the whole Oklahoma City, but I like them a lot too.
I like the perimeter defense because if you got like the Clippers meeting OKC, I think they can defend just as well as they can score.
This is like the full realization of what the Clippers have wanted out of this constructed roster for like the last 3 years. And yeah, James Harden was turning back the clock and actually turned out to be quite a good fit for what they want.
He's an all-star this year.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Plus,
I don't think he's an all-star this year. There's too many. If you go down the list, I'm gonna just tell you right now. De'Aaron Fox is having troubles, like trying to be an all-star this year. That's how deep it is. So I don't think James Harden is one.
Hold on. Here's the other thing about the Clippers. Unlike a certain somebody who was just recently traded for Scary Terry, Russell Westbrook accepted his role to the bench and is actually thriving in that role. Because what they're doing, one thing that they're doing that I don't think the Lakers let him do, they're letting him just be himself. They're not trying to force him to like adjust to a certain system. They're basically saying, yeah, we have a system in place here, but you get out there, just be yourself. Be that playmaking point guard. Score when you have to.
Yeah. Plus, with the way that they played last season when he got there, he was always a better fit for this roster and this team in LA. He just was.
Yeah. That part was obvious.
Yeah, because they don't need him to shoot all the time. Like LA, they had nobody that could shoot, and he had to take that on. Here, just play hard, get to the basket,
Will that be front?
do what you got to do, and that's all we ask of you, Russ.
Jerry, why would you show us Kyle Lowry highlights?
Kyle Lowry.
I'm just looking at everything that happened.
While I love him, it was very obvious, especially in the last stints of his contract, especially in this season. This last month, he has been very awful. Like there's like levels of like, okay, you're a starter, you're a bench player. He statistically was the worst starting point guard in terms of points, field goal attempts, and assists.
Sheesh.
That's very nice.
It was very bad. Mike, I agree with you, man. Powell has been amazing for the
I
Clippers.
love Norman Powell.
He has been amazing.
He was my 6 man of the year pick before the season started. I do remember that.
Now, see, Kyle Lowry,
Oh my God.
we wish you the best, but bro, you had to go. Especially after what you said in the post game of the last game against who was it that we played?
Atlanta Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks. The post game interview, what you said there, that's when I was like, yeah, get this fool off my team.
Oh, by the way, now that you mentioned it, who's going from the Hawks?
Wait,
What?
Who's getting shipped out?
Oh,
It's got to
it's
be Murray, right?
DeJounte.
DeJounte Murray, but they basically want 3 first-round picks for him. I don't know if anybody has 3 first-round picks for him. So I think
want to give 3 first-round picks for him also.
I think one of two things will happen. Either somebody's going to find a way to get 3 first-round picks for him, or he's not getting traded at all. And I would not be shocked one bit if he doesn't get traded.
Oh, man, Atlanta.
They're talking about the Lakers possibly getting it, but here's the problem. Nobody wants D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell's doing the same thing he's doing right now. It goes on a regular season run quarter deadline to get teams to buy into a different outcome for him. And then May and June roll around. That's the same shit he always does.
If I'm looking for a team, I'm looking at a team in Brooklyn who might be able to get the job done.
They don't want him. That's the thing. They do not want him. Nobody in the league wants that contract.
But they are a potential team who has an expiring contract, and Spencer Dinwiddie, who makes the exact same money as D'Angelo Russell.
Damn shitty.
You can trade him to the Hawks. You give whatever you need to the Nets because they're for anything to help them stay afloat.
Here's
and then DeJounte ends up on the Lakers.
Darnell, here's the thing. Nobody wants Dinwiddie either.
True.
So you literally have 2 players in Spencer Dinwiddie and D'Angelo Russell that nobody else in the league wants. They're on bad contracts. And so that makes this tough. That's why I honestly right now I don't know if DeJounte Murray gets traded. I don't know if he does.
Jerry, scroll up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll up. Hold on. Scroll down.
You want
Click 2 for me. You click 2.
Right here?
Yeah. Scroll up. Up. And then where the film symbol is.
watching highlights right now of players. Darnell's doing this on purpose. I see what he's trying to pull.
You were not slick, Darnell.
Isaac is on.
Tyler Hero is a off-ball guard. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all.
That's all it needs to be said. Right? Someone said it.
Well, truth be told, that's where the Terry Rozier trade is going to help. We're not going to ask Tyler Hero to be the ball handler anymore. Now, can he handle the ball? Yeah, but
do you want him to?
I was say, why was he playing point guard?
Someone had to.
Because we didn't have one.
Basically, that's it. They basically forced him into a point guard role. He wants also the point guard role because, the whole offseason wants to prove himself.
Oh, Kawhi.
He's not a point guard.
Y'all see Kawhi, the mini magician's back.
Marcus, your shit delayed, bro.
No, I was watching the halftime highlights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where, in talking about the Terry Rozier trade, now, that's where it's going to help. Because now you have another ball handler coming in, even though he's averaging 23 a game. We're not going to ask him to do that here in Miami, but does bring scoring punch. He can get to the rim.
We talking about Terry Rozier, bro?
Yeah, and on top of that, even though he's not a great defender, there's a traffic cone out there.
I will tell you this as a Celtics fan who watched this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I'm appreciative because now we get to take plays off the ball movement. We get to take a little bit of time off as far as ball movement. We ain't got to move around too much. Drew Holiday will get to have a little bit of time to take a break. Derek White, because Terry Rozier, like if he makes 2 shots, he's about to go, step back, pop. That's what we need. That's what
Michael Porter Jr. point guards.
Yes. So
Jerry,
those heat checks will hit different. I promise you. Promise you.
Jerry, here's the problem with your agenda that you're attempting to push.
Okay.
You must have forgot what team he was traded to.
I promise you that team is not fixing everybody's mental makeup.
You do realize that
Bro,
that's not what happened here.
Bro, y'all be forgetting about the Miami tax, man. Every player who comes to Miami, they get that random 12% to their defense, man.
And on top of that, he starts doing that, he getting put on the bench with the quickness. Because we don't do that here.
You talking about a bad attitude if he gets put on the bench? Trust me, I know about this. Look at 2018, 2019 Boston. Look, just watch. I know this.
He must have forgot Miami's different than Boston.
I mean, they got to a college final with a bunch of rookies out there, so I mean, it couldn't be that bad.
Well, considering the fact that nobody else besides Cleveland was even that good in the East.
I mean, did you really think they're going to get that far with the Kyrie injury?
Wait, you said – wait, I can hear you. What'd you say?
But did you think they're going to get that far with the Kyrie injury, though?
They reportedly Kyrie was supposed to be back, and
actually, yeah, because they were better without him. Like you can literally see it throughout the season.
But you did not think they're going to be that good
With his return comes back
You
the great pace.
When he wasn't playing throughout that entire season, games he missed, they were actually better without him. The ball moved better. You were able to
for sure.
keep them going. They moved better. Even Jerry admitted that. Even Jerry will tell you.
Yeah, but like think about it. We're not talking about hindsight in a playoff setting. You did not think in a playoff setting over all those games they would not take LeBron James to a game 7 of the conference finals without Kyrie. You did not think that.
We saw that.
None of us thought that.
Go to the finals and get swept by the Warriors. Come on now.
That's one of the worst teams of all time.
I'm not going to cap. My dad said that pretty much like the whole time. He was like, Kyrie's toxic, and he's not sharing the ball, and it's like.
And then they had success, and then he came out next year, and it was weird.
But you know what the problem was? The problem was that like they were forced to share the ball because they.
That's what Gordon Hayward pretty much said.
Yeah, they didn't have guys who at that time were proven enough at the NBA level to be an isolated player or to handle that much attention in the half court. That's why like you had guys like Marcus Morris who were like attempting like 20 shots or some shit.
God.
Yeah, bro. Mook was shooting corner threes like in fadeaways. It was crazy. Like Terry Rozier banger.
Like Mook got that twinge in his eye every time he saw a shot go down, and it was like, okay.
That ended up being their downfall too because
trying to show all the Terry Rozier highlights that make him look.
I'm showing all the highlights. Period. You said he averaged 25. This is showing the good and the bad, bro.
And I love Terry. Well, I can't even say that. I can't even say if I love Terry Rozier or not. I will say this. One thing I do hate about Terry Rozier and Jerry, I remember we always brought this up when the Celtics got like demolished by the Milwaukee Bucks. It wasn't Kyrie Irving who went to first take. It wasn't Jason Tatum who went to first take. It wasn't Jaylen Brown who went to first take. Terry Rozier, the day after, went first take, went straight to Stephen A. Smith, and he put the whole blame on fucking Brad Stevens.
Like, bro, who are you? Bro,
you know how toxic that is? That's peak.
You are not a serious fan.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I remember that.
That's peak toxic. I hope he.
I love Terry though, but Terry has his moments, dog.
Yeah, exactly. He has his moments.
Like you see this right here? So you got to swing that. You got to swing that.
Who's in the corner anyway?
Let me see.
Is that Cody Martin or is that LaMelo?
So
I don't know if it was Cody or LaMelo. Let me see.
I think it was LaMelo. Yeah, that was one. That was LaMelo.
Let's see what Terry does here.
Terry Rozier, after he makes 2 shots, it's Terry Rozier time.
Dog, it's
Terry
scary.
Rozier. It's
And
Terry
it will
time.
either kill you or you'll be like, oh my God, please.
So, just like what Shaq said, he has to buy in, or else he's gonna get benched.
Yeah. See, he's cooking.
Somebody said it's the reason he got fired. He trying to cut the Nassus. Oh my!
Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, he missed him.
Oh, it was a random person on Twitter said he was trying to cut the Nassus, and that's why he got fired.
Y'all is a terrible GM. I'm sorry. That's having a job in the NBA is generational nepotism. If I ever saw it.
Hey, didn't he pick Kemba Walker over James Harden during one of the NBA drafts?
Yeah.
Just for strictly agenda purposes?
Yes. If they're sure say I want people that's gonna pass. that Giannis and James Harden was fucking hilarious.
DeAndre Ayton basically called himself a max tonight. 5.7 rebounds and shot 28.6% from the field.
I don't take him seriously, bro.
We all have off nights.
Denomination.
Domination.
Combination.
DeAndre Ayton is a very, very, very fascinating player, isn't he?
No, he isn't.
Fascinating in the sense that, like, the idea of him is very cool and all that, and then you actually see him play and pick up a basketball. It's like,
yep.
What are you doing? Why are you playing out there? You know how tall you are.
The problem with guys like that is that they're stuck in a past era, and they believe that the team should revolve around them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they realize that in the modern NBA, no team, if you're not a top, this is what I try telling to my friend who's a Trail Blazers fan. In the modern NBA, if you're a center and you're not an offensive hub, or you're like basically the top 3 centers in the league who are superstars, no team is gonna play through you 24/7.
Yep.
They don't even do that with fucking Bam Adebayo. Why the fuck would they do it through you?
Exactly.
But niggas think 20 post hooks are,
I was like, bro, the ball's going to die in your hands.
They have turned it over a bunch.
Not Billy King.
Yeah, he said Billy King.
That's crazy.
All right, Jerry, I think we can stop watching highlights now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
But that website's amazing, man.
Hey, Darnell, you see where's that favorite? Where's that favorite? But where am I?
Yeah, man, drop that link in the chat too, by the way.
Yeah, I got you. I found it a couple of days ago, and I was watching Colin Sexton highlights. All his floaters.
Colin Sexton's
crazy.
All his layups and floaters. You can actually separate like the type of shots that each player has, and they like, you know how we were scrolling down and it had like layups and all that stuff. They had like floaters off of there. They had like off the dribble threes up to like it's crazy. It's crazy. So
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use this and watch Nikola Jokic highlights when they play bad teams. Because he's gonna take 5 shots and 5 shots alone. But I want to see how the offense flows when they run it through him. And I want to see how
I gotta watch one more player, bro. One more player. I'm done.
No.
This nigga.
One more player.
One highlight.
Can we watch someone that can dribble with both their hands?
Good looks.
I'm just trying to see. I'm just trying to see what happened yesterday, man. I'm trying to see what happened.
Oh,
Marcus, we didn't get your thoughts on the trade, man.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I like it for Miami because they need some type of scoring punch in the backcourt when guys sit, especially Hero. Because in the playoffs, that was their downfall ultimately when they got the Nuggets. They just didn't have enough guys that could score with a consistent rate, on a consistent basis. And Rozier can do that.
Right.
They're not gonna ask him to do a bunch of crazy stuff. Like they're playing him in one specific role. Go out there and score when it's your opportunity to do so. Don't play dumb, of course. Play within us, play within our offense, play within our system, and actually try our defense. But we're asking you to give us some punch because that's something that they're going to need when they play better teams, even in the playoffs. So I say it's a win for Miami. I like it for them. It's one of those on the margins moves that you don't really think about that much until around March, when people start ramping up the intensity. I won't say mid March, but yeah, when they start ramping it up, they start figuring out what the rosters are going to be. Start tinkering rotations. They start figuring out what's going to work for them when they get to the playoffs and these series. So I like it for Miami.
Well, you know how I feel about it. As long as we got somebody in the backcourt that can bring somewhat of an offensive punch, which he clearly does, that's all we need.
Yeah,
we
man.
we got defenders to cover up the few defensive deficiencies he may have. We got guys that can defend out there. Help defenses also. One thing I will say, he's not a great defender. He will rip the ball out of people's hands.
He got that 6'9" wingspan, man.
Yeah, he will steal the ball from people. So I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, Terry's he'll play with effort if his shots are falling. If they're not falling, he kind of gets disengaged. So
I think we will see a different Terry Rozier just off the sole fact that, the Eric Spoelstra tax, he always brings out the best out of players. Like
for
always.
sure, yeah.
And then also him playing for his favorite players team, because he's like a huge D Wade fan, I'm talking about. He was in 2011 saying that D Wade is my dad type of shit. Like
That's crazy, bro.
yeah, he's
Literally,
a fan.
will literally do everything D Wade did. D Wade wore sleeves, he wore them. Headband, he wore it.
Wait a minute, but he fans want to call JT lame for idolizing Kobe. That's crazy.
It's not he's lame. It's just that fucking screenshot will never.
He has
Like,
never let that screenshot
corny
down.
as fuck, man. Like,
God rest Kobe's soul. Jason Tatum literally texted this man after he died.
It's like, come on now.
Like that is insane, bro.
That's not serious. That's not serious.
Insane. You know it.
Hey, only reason is because Kobe apparently reached out to him after Game 1 of the ECFs in 2018 and told him he wanted to work with him.
Okay. Anyway,
my final thoughts on the Terry Rozier trade. He'll be huge for Bam Adebayo because we need he's top 10 in pick and roll points per possession. He's in the 90th percentile for that. So he'll do wonders for Bam Adebayo in the pick and roll. He is top 10 in what's it called? No, he's in the top 75 for, I believe it was drives. He's one of the best drivers in the game in that instance, and he's top 68% in isolation. So all those things just say he's more than a competent point guard. Miami needed a competent point guard for a long time. We haven't had it since Goran Dragic. So,
and I think speaking of which, number 7 is open in case somebody wants to retire. But I think they said he was second. What category was it? He's second in the NBA in. I think it was some type of scoring category.
let me see what it was.
He's having a better statistical year than Dame, right? Points per game.
Similar statistical year than with Dame.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, y'all gonna have fun with Terry, bro. Not gonna cap. Like he's a fun player to watch. He's a fun player to watch.
My goal is for him to be similar to Jalen Brunson. He doesn't have to have the same level of like points wise, but as terms of impact of
Yeah.
how Jalen Brunson is with the New York Knicks, that's what I'm ideally like. That's the exact. If there's a player I want him to like look at directly, and I'm thinking how he's gonna fit Miami, he's gonna be just like that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one.
Just like you got to take the good players with the bad. That's it. Because you're gonna be like, bro, why
the
did
trade
you?
off? The trade
Yes,
off.
he ranks second in the NBA in pick and roll scoring
That's
efficiency.
what it was. I knew it was some type of scoring category.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
he's really good in PR. He's a really good lob passer as well. So you got
All
that.
needs is somebody that can play with him in an orbit and pick and roll, especially when you isolate him to the left side of the court.
Yeah, now y'all got two pick and roll options that can drive, shoot, kick, and a hero. But you don't want hero playing point guard, but hero can play PR as well. I think so.
And we're not taking trades either, so we'll see what they do. This is Pat Riley. I think this time is going to be very active in not only in the trade market but the buyout market as well.
By the way, my pick is Miami to win the championship. By the way, with this trade, I'm confident in Miami beating any team in the NBA, and that includes the Denver Nuggets.
I like what I'm hearing.
Of course you do.
This is essentially, to me, the 2020 team, but with better play all around. I think there's literally every single position is a vast improvement. And if you can say there's probably one weakness, it's that the fact that we don't have enough competent 3-and-D players in the same way Jay Crowder was, but Jay Crowder peaked in Miami. So that's the only other thing.
That's the thing. That's where I said they're not done making trades. I think they're going to make a trade for a 3-and-D player. I don't know who, but there's going to be some 3-and-D wings that's out there available for trade that could really help this team. And I think all the contenders, of course, all the contenders are going to be involved in trade. Boston will probably make a move, even though they honestly really don't need. I'm not going to say they don't need to, but the way they're rolling right now, I mean, you want to make the right move if you're them. Philly,
but you don't want to stand pat, and when you feel like you can't do something.
Jerry, you better pray your boys don't make a move for Sadiq Bey. That is the wrong player for y'all team.
No, I don't think we'll pick up Sadiq Bey. I think we'll pick up Sadiq Bey.
All right, we'll circle back.
I like what we got going on thus far. Man, I like our squad. I like our squad really. I don't.
Mike, I'm intrigued by where you're going with this.
Oh, brother.
Where's Bruce Brown still playing with the? No,
Toronto.
So he got traded. By the way, that trade horrible for the Toronto Raptors, because if you realize it, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you realize it, they're gonna have to pay a max contract for Emmanuel Quickly. RJ Barrett is on a close to max contract, and then eventually they're gonna be paying what's his name, our young boy Scotty Barnes a max contract.
Gosh.
Eventually into 2025, they're gonna have 3 players on max money, and you're not even sure if one of them is an all-star. You know, one might be in Scotty Barnes, but the other two, we don't know.
Yeah, you have to wait and see on that.
Plus, brutal.
Think about Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown went from being a contributor on title team to being stuck in customs.
That's the one thing, bro. When you have contributors on championship teams and contenders, once they go to a team that's like rebuilding, it's just nasty.
What if he ended back in Denver? You don't think he does, but it would be very funny if he did.
Yeah, like that.
I would somebody to pull around the Knicks, but like you already have Josh Hart. I don't think they need 2 Josh Harts. So I wouldn't do it for the Knicks. Who else would make sense?
I could see this is gonna be extremely hard for them to get it, but I think they have some contracts to at least look at it. The Milwaukee Bucks, I think they have some pieces to look at it. I think also this one sounds like super weird, like very weird, but the Atlanta Hawks as well.
I can see that one.
Yeah.
I can see that one.
Man, trade deadline's gonna be crazy.
Hey, man, like I said, my final thought revolves around the trade deadline. I'm going to take y'all back to around, I want to say, 2013, 2014, whatever it was. Let this be a lesson to all the NBA teams. Don't be like the Pacers. Don't be like the
Just think
Bucks.
about the US.
Send the paperwork in on time.
Wait, when
The
did?
OJ Mayo deal was right there.
Oh my God.
And
They
they
didn't
missed.
send the paperwork in.
Dog, that is hilarious.
That was wild.
Fax your paperwork in, big boys. Fax in your paperwork.
Or at least stay on the phone. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you're on the phone past the trade deadline, like it's still void.
Yeah, stay on the phone. Get an intern on the phone. Do what you gotta do till the shit get faxed in. Don't let the deal fall through because you do something stupid.
Ooh, Kawhi on 80.
Yeah, I mean,
Pitch
because
down his leg.
you know there are going to be trades that come in right as the deadline ends. It always happens. I mean, we ended up getting Goran Dragic right before the end of the deadline. I think we ended up getting Victor Oladipo from Houston like 5 minutes after the deadline ended.
Yep.
So, you never know. We'll see. My final thought.
Final thought is just go C's. Let's finish the mission, man. Let's finish the mission, bro. Let's win this championship. Get it out the way.
You kind of made me into my final thoughts. We ain't going nowhere, Boston.
No, I want Miami. I want Miami.
We still here to terrorize y'all.
I want Miami. Once we beat Miami, we going on a run of championships. Watch what I say.
You do realize every year you say you want Miami, y'all fold like cheap tents and lose us.
I want Miami. I want Miami until we beat them. We lose to them 1,000. We need to beat them one of these years.
This man gonna be a freaking skeleton. Still saying it.
Because MJ is nothing without the Pistons.
This man gonna have a do-rag on as a darn skeleton, as a damn skeleton. Still to try and say he wants to win.
LeBron is not LeBron without the 08 Celtics.
It's gonna be 200 years later. He gonna be a skeleton decomposed in the ground. All of a sudden, you're gonna walk by his grave and hear, "I want Miami."
Look, y'all got a 3-year window. If y'all don't win with Jimmy, y'all cook.
You do realize we can just trade for another star, right?
They ain't gonna be Jimmy.
Mike, we're gonna need you on the pod, man. We want to talk about
we need you. We need you next week, bro.
Kawhi, what are you doing?
I want to talk some Knicks talks, man. I love y'all team.
I'm very big fan of the Knicks right now.
Kawhi Leonard is crazy. No, Kawhi is crazy.
Hey, boy.
My final thought is that Jalen Williams, J-Dub, on to Santa Monica. This man is going to be the next Jimmy Butler. That's my final thought.
Wait. Ooh.
He was on my list, too. Remember that list we made before the season started, y'all? He was on that list.
Oklahoma City Thunder is going to be the team that dismantled the Denver Nuggets this season.
I hope to God they don't, like, Mark Danigo doesn't end up being one of those coaches of a young team that's on the rise, that he's good enough to take you there, but not good enough to actually take you there. Because I like him a lot as a coach.
I just think that
really, Darnell.
Shea is amazing. He's
inspirational.
What you finally saw what I posted?
Really?
OMG.
Come on, man.
Hassan Whiteside? What the freak?
That's insane.
I want you guys to think about it.
Oh my God.
Same exact way. It's the same exact way. These extremely talented bigs who want everything to be run through them, who eventually get paid and stop putting in that defensive effort.
Yeah, you're right about that. So that matter, it's been a great episode. And Mike, yeah, we do need you on. If you ain't busy next week, we can love to have you on next week. We would love to have you on next week if you're not busy.
Ops talking crazy.
Knicks talks. We can eventually, Lakers talk eventually going on there. And then I don't know if an Orlando Magic fan ever wants to pop up on the pod.
Oh, Julian Mancuso
J-Man.
is a Magic fan.
I would love to. Because there's some crazy dark magic going on with Orlando Magic, bro.
I will tell you, Orlando Magic fans, if they're winning, they're insufferable. So.
Yes. Hey man, speaking of which, get J-Man to the pod now.
J-Man to the pod is a thing we need. It's needed. It's needed.
Go Patazze, man. Fucking all these crazy ass. The Magic is crazy. They're a crazy team, bro.
What is that? They're just a mishmash of guys, plus of just that kind of hang around, plus dudes that I really like, have a great future and stuff like that. Of course, they gotta figure out like the guard rotation, like I've been saying for forever. Feels like I'm a broken record saying that, but Paolo Banchero is very real. Franz Wagner, very real.
Masterclass waiting to happen. Jalen Suggs is the real freaking deal defensively.
Yes, where goes Cole Anthony is the question.
And real quick, Terry Rozier will be wearing number 2 for Miami.
Not 12?
No, not 12. He's wearing number 2.
We're so close, man.
Is he going to play tomorrow?
He could. The only reason why he's listed as questionable is because I guess trade pending. Jed Fish is at the game, man. But the trade is pending, but he should pending the physical. So he should pass the physical. He may play tomorrow. If not, he'll definitely be playing Thursday.
I don't see anybody on number 12 who would have a retired jersey, to be honest.
Somebody got quiet up here.
Wait, who plays Thursday?
You know who plays Thursday?
Boston and Terry Rozier? Bring that nigga on. Derek White finna lock that nigga up, shooting them bad fadeaways in the guard. Freak out of here.
Hey Jerry. All I'm gonna say, I know KP has had a career high in post ups.
He's not gonna post up, Bam.
He better not do it.
We just want to high pick and roll. We just want to high pick and roll him so we can get JB to the basket or JT to the basket.
Brother, your lunch is gonna be taken on Thursday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who we putting on JT and JB this year?
Hayward Highsmith will be back.
Highsmith.
Listen, Hayward Highsmith, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, Jaime Jaquez, they all ready for it.
Yeah.
They all ready for it.
Speaking of which, Jaime Jaquez Jr. expecting to be in the Rising Stars game.
As he should be.
And by the way, just showing how important he really is in this thing, too. Last few games he's missed. He's not going well for us.
Bro, how old is he?
He's 24.
No, he's young.
He's 22. He's 22.
22.
Because they made a list. What was it? They made a list of 22 or 20 some 22 or younger, and he was 18 or some shit.
He's a mature player. He's a mature player. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Thursday for sure.
Shoot, 4 years at UCLA, you better be a mature player.
Yeah.
22, yeah. Damn, this nigga was born in 2001.
Oh, and on top of that, if you got a guy like Jimmy Butler taking you under your wing, that's only gonna help you advance in your career. He's already. Let's be real. If you watch him play, their game is very similar. It's very, very similar. He's just way more offensively advanced than what Jimmy was at this age.
Yeah. We gonna see, man. My final thought is we're just gonna see if Miami can escape bad juju.
and also ITS. The Swamp and Southwest Athletics will be back on Thursday. Jerry, be prepared and be ready.
Huh?
Be prepared and be ready because we know how you get.
Bro, look.
Prepare what? What we doing? What we talking about?
I know I got a game. I know I got a game on Thursday, so hopefully, it's over.
So hopefully you don't pull the kids on Thursday.
No, we won 62-27 yesterday, bro. I'm cool. We just gotta keep winning.
Dolphins Broncos score.
You know why? Because they did everything Jerry told them not to do. Everything he told them to do, they did the opposite.
You gonna be like, congratulations, you only lost by 45. I'm doing 45 suicide.
I just tell them go out there because I used to be super pissed. I'm like, go out there and just have fun, move the ball, have fun. You know, and
use the ball on them.
That coach is like a true Pop Warner / Little League coach, man.
Go out there, have fun. Don't turn the ball over. Because these kids are
over the game. What the freak, man?
These kids
are clipboards.
Time out. Get your butt over here and get out of the game.
They're soft these days, but you just have to know how to handle them. We got a few dogs.
Yo, imagine practices and they run a pick and roll wrong. That man blowing his whistle like 20 times and said, "Run it again, to get it right, do it right."
Well, please don't say "run it again" no more. That's triggering to me.
Run it again.
You ever been in football practice as a wide receiver, helping work on scout team stuff, being the receiver, running the screenplay, darn it getting killed every play, and the coach keeps saying run it again?
Bob be on the other side of it where we keep killing the offense and make them run it again, and I'll be on the other side of it as defender once our time to get our work in, and we gotta run a blitz call again.
Here's the thing, Marcus. You eventually get tired when you keep scoring on the defense.
They never scored on us.
Especially when they know you're getting the ball and where it's going.
Hey, man.
I'm on tired.
Hey, man. 62-27, Jerry?
Wait, what you said on that?
62-27?
What, the score?
Yeah.
It was 62.
Yeah, 62-27. You man, them little niggas killed them, bro. What's up? Bro, middle school ball is hilarious.
Bro. I'm like, you're gonna keep dribbling the ball into a trap just for it to get stolen? That is terrible, bro.
Y'all, read the comment section. I'm not even gonna put that comment in.
Where?
In the comment section.
Hey, buddy, Michael Jonesona? No, we will not be voting.
Nigga, fuck you.
We will not.
I'm gonna say like Jay-Z said. No,
we will not be voting for Trump. We will not be voting for Ron DeSantis. We will not be voting for Nikki Haley. We will not be voting for what's his name?
It's never Ron Haley.
We're not voting for what's his name? Ramaswamy. Like all you niggas, we will not be voting for you. We will not be voting for you.
So for all of them.
Not be voting for you. Joe Budden, better get your act together, nigga. I don't want to say.
You better drink that prune juice, buddy.
He better age backwards.
You better Benjamin Button this up. Better drink some prune juice. Better drink some tea.
Eat some vitamin B12 shots, all that stuff.
Dialysis, whatever you gotta do.
I'm gonna say this. Michael, I'm gonna quote the late great Bishop Bullwinkle. Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
God.
To the no.
And we'll end on that.
And we will end there.
Let everybody know where they can follow y'all. Burner accounts included.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at JBreezyI. I am Breezy Eyes my back. See, I almost forgot, man. I ain't even been on there. And JLamar_II for Instagram.
Well, you know me per usual. Marcus Davis 904 on Twitter. Marcus Davis _ on Instagram. Go ahead and shoot those follows or whatnot. I will be talking about whatever the fuck I want to on my Twitter account. So there you go.
What Michael was just talking about.
Huh? What?
Oh, nothing.
Huh? You're so black. You know that?
Oh, I said what Michael in the comments was talking about.
No, I'm stop.
No, we're not. No, we unfortunately for you, we're not one of the good ones.
You don't want my do-rag, man? Come on. I can ship you one.
I'm a gold teeth
You
wearing
can follow
thug.
Marcus on all social media platforms.
Wait, follow you where? Because Marcus was laughing.
Not Too Famous on all social media platforms. If you see me in the comment section battling out with some motherfucker about some bullshit, just know I'm black. My parents are immigrants.
Stock passe.
Follow me on Twitter at AceWade1, on Instagram at Ace_Wade1, ladies. You can follow the podcast account on Twitter at Indie Evidence, Instagram, Indisputable Evidence, and on Twitch, also Indisputable Evidence, and TikTok. We got to post more on TikTok, by the way. Yeah.
You're gonna be doing the What's Up G-Way dances on there.
And before, because this has been a great episode, another great episode of Indisputable Evidence.
For sure.
We always do. But before we do, shameless plug here for my bearded people. Here you go. Use the beard oil right here. And for people that actually care about their hygiene, I highly recommend this here.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
And I got the big bottle.
Oh, hey, man. Hey, this man Ace in his bag.
Definitely recommend this. I'm telling y'all, it does wonders. They all do wonders. But with that, we're going to leave you as we always do. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all take care of your loved ones. Tell them you love them every single day. Y'all know what to do. Take care of your mentals. Take care of your chicken. Wash your face. Wash your hands. Marcus.
And this in a while, but before you go out in the world tomorrow amongst other human beings, I need you to do the following for me. With soap and with water, warm water preferably, because it's been a lot of cold storms out there, different parts of the country. But grab a loofah, grab body wash, grab all that, and nicely and kindly wash your ass. And wear socks and shoes, closed-toed shoes preferably, inside the movie theater, in any and all public settings. God bless y'all. Y'all have a nice night. Fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump, be a dick. And free Palestine.
Oh, I got to pull you guys, sir, about the Donald Trump comment. Yeah. But that, y'all, God bless y'all. Hey, at least I ain't say stop the yard where somebody get killed because of a
no, that's my trauma. Childhood trauma. I can't take it.
Yeah. Lumber Short looking at you. I'm sorry. Before we go, if I was DeRon, I would have just walked out. Like, all right, y'all do this without me. I bet you every single one of them would have followed him right out of there.
Plot stupid, bro.
God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy conference championship weekend because it's gonna be a good one. With that, God bless y'all. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all again next week.
Go 8. Let's go Ravens.
Tristan Thompson, you pretty motherfucker. You did steroids just to average 3.3 assists and 3.
Bro, I know them steroid test takers were looking at a stat line. I was looking at them saying, damn.
And with that, good night.